Hey there, tubulars. Welcome to the latest edition of Lifestyle Tech. I'm actually coming to you on my portable vlogging camera for a very good reason. I'm actually hanging on a ladder. Why am I hanging out on a ladder? Well, I've actually got to change these bulbs right here. So really, I'm actually hanging out in my basement, and I've decided to switch the basement entirely to LED floodlights. Now, I've certainly been a fan of CFLs. Not so much these CFLs. You know, the ones where you put it in a cone, throw some sprinkles on it, and you got a tasty treat? Not so much. But for quite a few years now, we've actually been using these CFLs. These are actually 15 watt, which is the equivalent of 65 watt incandescent floodlights. And they've been a fantastic addition to the household, certainly lowered our carbon footprint, and saved us a few dollars here and there. But a couple of things that I don't like. First and foremost, you know when you turn the light on, you know, the light switch, and you stand there and you wait, and you wait, and 30 seconds, a minute goes by, finally the light has fully warmed up and you feel like, oh, now the lights are on. CFLs are, well, they certainly have a tendency to do that, but not so much LEDs. I'm actually going to be installing the Philips 10.5 R30 730 lumen light bulb that is compared in size and of course use case to the CFL floodlights that I've been using for quite some time now. And of course, as you can see, this bulb essentially is roughly the same size as that CFL, which again is roughly the same size as any incandescent floodlight that you see in a recessed lighting situation. Now, right now, Home Depot has got a special on these particular bulbs, and I know that they're fantastic because here's the thing. I actually replaced my whole main level with these LED bulbs. They're a little bit different iteration. Philips just updated this series, so this is actually the latest edition, but I put these on the main level of the house, and one thing I can say, about roughly a year later, they're still working. Now, I can't really say that about these CFL floodlights that I've had to change out quite a bit. I feel like I'm changing these things out like every couple of months or so, and I felt like they were supposed to last a lot longer. Now, of course, not only are the LEDs coming in at 10.5 watts, so lower than that 15 watt, but they're also mercury free and instant on, which I'm totally digging, and I love that. As soon as I turn on the light switch, it is on and ready to go. Now, let's check out the blister pack here, and I'll show you the setup. Right now, we've got these Philips LED in this blister pack here. 10.5 watts compared to a 65 watt incandescent floodlight. Now, of course, lasts 22.8 years, it says. I'm probably going to have to do an updated video and say, oh, 20 or so years, just to let the community know how things are going. So stay tuned for that. Now, this is a soft white bulb. So here in the basement, I definitely want light, but I don't want it to be like stark and looks artificial. I'm not going for that. As we can see, it's 730 lumens compared to the ones I've been using at 695 lumens. And for 3 hours per day use case, about $1.26 per bulb. Now, one thing I can say, like I said earlier, I've definitely lowered my carbon footprint with the CFL, and I've also helped my pocketbook or wallet. But I'm going to be doing that even more so with these Philips LEDs. Now, I'm going to be replacing, there's 3 here. I've got 1, 2, 3. So just these alone, 6 bulbs. Think about it. A 65 watt floodlight, incandescent floodlight, and these 6 bulbs that are going to go in there are going to be less energy, those 6 bulbs, to 1 incandescent light. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and install these, and let's see what they look like. And let there be light. Wow, that is instant on, for sure. No warm up here. I mean, that's the first time I just fired them up. Now, you're not going to get that kind of instant on unless you go back to an incandescent light. And quite frankly, who in the world wants to do that? I mean, my friends would come over and say, Kev, what in the world? This is 2014. What, did Thomas Edison come over and change out all your bulbs? Seriously, man. Not so much. But anyway, now LEDs, like I said, are a little bit more money. Now, these retail for anywhere from $15 to $20 per bulb. Now, of course, these were on special, and I got them for $15 per bulb, or around $30 for a 2-pack. Now, you might think, ooh, that really does sting quite a bit. But if these bulbs do last at around 20 years, not to mention the fact that I've had to change out these CFLs every few months, and CFLs, might be quite a few dollars cheaper, I have actually appreciated the gains just in the sheer gain in wattage alone, or decrease that is. Because when I change out the main level to all LEDs, I mean, our carbon footprint went down, and then of course our electric bill went down. I can honestly say, over the last year with those LEDs and a couple of other smart home tweaks that I've made, I have actually gotten that return on investment back into my own wallet because our electricity bill has been cut by 50%, literally 50% by some of the changes that we've made. So anyway, I certainly do recommend the Philips LED floodlight bulbs for the recessed lighting. I've been using them for the last year, and I'm going to continue to use them because I think they're definitely one of the highest quality and certainly one of the greatest values out there. So don't necessarily price shop per se just by the dollar amount per the bulb. Look at the value and that return on the investment. And seriously, do your research and find a bulb that's going to work for you, and look at the manufacturers. And for us, Philips is definitely the way to go. So until next time, I'll catch you around on another edition of Lifestyle Tech.